Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim preaching his word with truth and sincerity around the four corners. Peace and salutations to the Akim and the few Aqua, the true believers of the hopeful elect. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy. And, I believe that we're in the beginning stages of JT, Jacob's trouble. We're in the hopeful year of our deliverance and the destruction and judgment on Esau. So, this devil's coming down with great wrath because he knows that he have but a short time. And I got a news article that I would like to read, that I'm going to read, and it has to deal with you Jakes, man. I mean, well, yeah, it's mainly for you. It's mainly for you mainly for the northern kingdom, you northern tribes. But let's not get it twisted. Esau coming after the southern kingdom as well. Because if nothing is new under the sun, like it says in Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, then for Israel, it's the northern kingdom gets it first, but Judah, but Judah gets it the worst. Northern kingdom gets it first and southern kingdom gets it the worst. So I'm gonna read the article and get a couple of precepts, and Lord's willing this to be edifying. I was watching Elder Hawad's from GMS North Carolina 777. You should subscribe if you're not already. He bring this out in this video, so I did some research and looked it up, and it checks out. This is from Clarion Ledger, and it reads: Mississippi bill would create bounty hunter program to hunt undocumented migrants. You hear that? Let me read it again. It says, Mississippi, M-I, crooked letter I, bill would create bounty hunter program, to hunt undocumented migrants. As a matter of fact, Salakia. Just in case you didn't know what a bounty hunter was, like it says, a bounty hunter is a private agent working for a bail bondsman who captures fugitives or criminals for a commission or bounty. So just in case you ain't know what a bounty hunter was, now you know. Bounty hunter is a private agent. Basically, he's like another police officer. And this is what the government is doing. This is what Esau doing. Coming after you Jakes. Starting off with the northern kingdom. But you best believe if you can't provide proper documentation to show that you're a U.S. citizen, you best believe that he's going, that your ass is going in lock up too. You're going to get detained as well. Alright, so let's get back to the article. It says a new bill in Mississippi, if passed, would create a bounty hunting program to hunt down undocumented migrants. And Esau didn't create this bill for those for the Chinese, the so-called Chinese that came here, the Moabites that came here, the doodle-eating Africans, the Hamites that came here. He created this for the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom. Because Haiti came over here as well. They're just coming to their brother's land, trying to escape the hell that Esau created over there in Hispaniola, Haiti. Trying to escape persecution from their brother Simeon, because that's what Hispaniola is. It's an island shared by Levi, the so-called Haitians, and Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. So, in Dominican, they might be Judites anyway. Because a lot of Judah got shipped over there during the transatlantic slave trade. That's another story. That's another lesson for another time. It says DeSoto County District Attorney Matthew Barton announced the proposed legislation in a news release. It says House Bill 1484 would create the Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program. If the state passes it into law, and they're most likely going to do that, because if not, why would they create the bill in the first place? Told you, these are the last days. The devil gonna show his horns. He gonna pull every play out of the playbook, every trick plays and all. It says state representative Justin Keene from DeSoto County authored the bill. Both men say this fits with immigration policy changes endorsed by President Donald Trump. Matter of fact, let me get a quick precept that just came to mind. I gotta get that. First, let me get that Revelation 13. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 11. And it reads, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." And this is what Esau's doing. Donald Trump Donald Trump gave out executive orders for mass deportation, and now they're coming up with that bill in Mississippi. And you best believe it's going to spread to other states. Other states are going to adopt that bill, and they're going to make it law. Esau come in nice and humbling and quiet and meek looking, and then hold on, let me cross the street. And as soon he comes in meek and humble looking, and as soon as he gets into power, he speaks as a dragon. Comes with all these draconian laws. Let me get another precept that comes to mind. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 10, starting at the top. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." It says to turn, and this is definitely an unrighteous decree, to create a bounty hunter system, a bounty hunter program, which means any Tom, Dick, and Harry, and you know it's made for Edomites. Like Elder Hawad was saying, you think if anybody lost their job, you think they ain't gonna go to that profession? You know, knowing of some migrants that moved into their neighborhood and whatnot. But you know, be hanging out at your local Home Depot. Then the bounty hunter is gonna go to the local Home Depot, the local Lowe's. You know, they're gonna go, and you see ICE is already raiding schools and churches and places of work where they know the migrants be at. So this has become a whole heap of mess. It says, verse 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. You see that? That's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. You know, the wicked doth persecute the poor. Matter of fact, let me get that. That's also chapter 10. But it's the book of Psalms. It's the book of Psalms chapter 10, verse 2. And it reads, "The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined." And this is one of the devices that they have imagined. You know? Let's get back to it. Let me read some more of this article, if there's any more. It says, this legislation is about keeping communities safe. And that's a bunch of horse manure. In other words, bullshit, you know? They're about keeping the community safe. Esau always talking about keeping the community safe, but he's the number one terrorist. He's the one who creates the drama and the problems. He wasn't thinking about keeping the community safe when Jake moved into neighborhoods and they had white flight, and then he wasn't thinking about keeping the community safe when the Northern Kingdom came over to America. And he moved them straight in, like tribe of Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans, who came over to America. He moved them right into the ghettos where Judah was at. He wasn't thinking about keeping the community safe then. When it's a known fact that the government, the CIA, plants drugs and guns in the ghettos where the tribes are at, and have them kill each other and sell poison to each other. You know, he wasn't thinking about keeping the community safe then. So does Esau running the same old playbook? It says the legislation is about keeping Mississippi communities safe, Keene said in a news release. We've seen firsthand the danger posed by bad actors and violent criminals who enter this country illegally. Like the innocent life of Laken Riley. President Trump's administration has made it clear that deporting illegal immigrants is a priority, and we are proud to do our part here in Mississippi to help support his agenda and protect our citizens. This is all this is about, is protecting Edomites. That's basically what it's boiled down to, you know? When they say our citizens, they're trying to protect them. They're trying to protect the Edomites that live in those areas. That's basically it. Because, you know, don't ever forget that Trump was the one that came up with that MAGA. You know, Trump represents MAGA, Make America Great Again. And for the Israelite, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, America was never great. They wanted where Edomites are in rulership over you all over again and have you under their foot. That's what they mean by MAGA. But, you know, the Lord is not with that. The Lord is with this country going down. And it's a beautiful thing to see, and what a time to be alive. So what would the bill do if passed? Here it is. According to the news release, the proposed legislation will offer a $1,000 reward to registered bounty hunters for each successful deportation they help facilitate. You see, you get $1,000 per person for each successful deportation. So say you catch 10, 15 of them, and they all get deported. That's $10,000-$15,000. You get 70 in a week. That's $70,000. And if a regular person lost their job and whatnot, you don't think that they're going to jump on that? Or if they just want some extra money to pay a bill, you know, pay their mortgage, pay their rent, you know, things of that nature, you don't think they're going to jump on that? So you can see some wicked jakes is jumping on that. $1,000 a person. This is what Esau does, man. This sounds just like when Esau used to back in the day, when Esau when he was coming after Gad, you know, the North American Indian, coming after the tribe of Gad, and he had something called the $5 Indian, where you would get $5 for an Indian scalp. Well, it was Gad, Reuben, and Issachar. Let me rephrase that, because Gad, Reuben, and Issachar are indigenous to America. You know, they got here before. They were the northern king. You read in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, it clearly tells you that after the captivity of Assyria, the northern kingdom went into a land where never went into the land where mankind dwelt, and it was called Ashereth. And that's talking about America. I forgot. I was watching the show. I was watching one of Elder Malcolm's videos, and I forgot the name of the show. I forgot the name of the show, but it was showing that a guy was walking into a saloon bar, and he had scalps in his bag, and he was getting money for it. You know, it's just like that. You know. Yeah, I believe it was $5. You used to get $5 for every and for every Indian scalp you used to bring in. So this encouraged Edomites to start to kill Gad. And the same thing's happening all over again with the northern tribes. It says the funds would come from the General Assembly for the state treasurer to administer, and it would go into effect July 1st, 2025. Shoot, we're already at the end of January. You got February, March, April, May, June. That's about 5-6 months away. Yeah, that'll be here in no time. Says the text also defines a crime of trespass by an illegal alien as a felony for which the authorized term of imprisonment is life imprisonment without eligibility for probation, parole, conditional release, or release except by act of the governor or the natural death of such person. So, which means that you don't have no chance of getting out. You see, so they really trying to stick it to the northern tribe, or to Israel rather. And for all you jakes that's laughing, you know, Southern Kingdom, you shouldn't laugh because your ass is next. You know, let's not forget Esau don't like your ass neither, because he knows who we are as a people, and he knows that we're waking up to this truth of who we really are. And when we do that, the Lord will begin to fight and defend for us. You know? Hold on, let me cross the street. Let me see. And then it says that can change if the federal government takes custody of the person and deports them within 24 hours. The law would also require anyone arrested on the charge to submit a DNA sample. Let me see. And then it goes into what are changes Trump wants to make to immigration. Salakia. Now let me get a couple more scriptures. Close this out. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17, and it reads, "As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching we have watched for a nation that could not save us." Yes. So as you can see, all these people that voted for Trump, saying Trump is a better pick than Biden and Kamala Harris, you know, and now they're starting to regret it. Which if you're an Israelite, your ass shouldn't have been voting anyway. You know, pursuing Deuteronomy 17 and 15. You're not supposed to put a person, you're not supposed to put a person king over you who's not of your nation. But I digress. You know. So let me get that in Revelation. In the book of Revelation, chapter 12. Verse 12 says, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." Yeah, and this is what you see. The devil coming down with great wrath because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So he's going to be pulling out all the stops, all the trick plays of the playbook, because he, you know, like it says in Psalms 49 and 11, his inward thought is that his house shall continue forever. You know. You know, so matter of fact, I looked it up online. Here's the bill right here. Says House Bill 1484 defines a bounty hunter as a licensed bail agent who would become certified under the new law, keyword new law, to detain undocumented immigrants in Mississippi. And that's just Mississippi. You know they're gonna, like I said before, they're gonna adopt that bill and make it law. They're gonna adopt that law in other states. You know, they're starting in Mississippi. You can see it going to like Texas, California, Arizona, you know, Nevada, just to name a few. Florida, you know, where northern tribes are heavy at. So, you know, keep your eyes open. Matter of fact, let me get a couple more precepts out of the Apocrypha. Yeah, it seems like I'm getting this every lesson I do, but it's all good. There's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 50, and it reads, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." Yeah, this is what you're going to see. Many great miseries. This is one of those miseries. The nation of Israel is going under persecution. Why? Because we're at the end of Esau's rulership, and it was prophesied that in the scriptures. There's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 5. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child." If a man gives birth to a child, of course not. But it says, "Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail?" So you're going to have men out here with their hands on their sides, like they giving birth like a woman. You know, the day of the Lord, like it says in Zephaniah, is a dreadful day. It says the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. It says, "Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." and he that's going to be saved out of it is the elect. The Lord's willing, you know, I be part of that number, and you listeners as well. You know, in this time, in this present day and time, we are to trust in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai even more than before. You know, like it tells you in the book of Romans, the 13th chapter, it is high time to awake out of sleep, for our salvation is nearer than when we believe. You know, we're at the doors. But the end is not yet. You got a couple more prophecies to come to pass. And, you know, the MOTB, Jacob's trouble being in full bloom and blossom, you know, kicking off full blown. And and then and then we have our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai returning back with the archangel Michael and the host of heaven to preserve and redeem his elect. You know. So like I was saying, just blowing the trumpet. What a time to be alive. The Lord's will, you're edified. Till next time, we're gonna say Shalom.